Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2. What if Naruto died? So, in this one, we're gonna do the tuning exams, not tuning exams, the fights. So let's get into the story. So now it's the Sasuke did get the curse mark sealed by Kakashi. So the fights, Naruto versus Kiba, and he still has his mask on. For anyone asks, he's gonna keep his mask on until he reveals it. So Naruto versus Kiba. Kiba thinks that he can beat Naruto. And so he started attacking, with Akamaru, but Akamaru won't move. Kiba's wondering why Akamaru won't move. And then, Naruto starts to speak. He says, your dog has good instincts. He knows when not to attack. But it seems like you do not. You should take a part of your dog's literature. You should be more like a dog and be more smart. And not just run into a battle blind. As Kiba said, shut up. As he just forced Akamaru to actually move. In which Akamaru did, but when he got close to Naruto, he just stopped and just bowed down. Everyone was wondering why this was happening, but Kiba did not just worry about it. He just kept on attacking Naruto, but every time Naruto would just dodging his attacks, or basically blocking them so easily, so casually. And everyone was wondering why Akamaru was doing this. So Kiba's mom is actually there. I forgot her name, and Kiba's mom started to speak, telling them why Akamaru is not attacking. She says that Akamaru is a dog, an animal. It has animal instincts. And what is feeling right now is that Menma is dangerous. It's feeling this, fear, bloodlust or something like that. It just feels that Menma is dangerous. And he knows that he should not attack him. As I say, okay. So after a while, Naruto gets tired of Kiba and he just knocks him out. So Naruto wins by knockout. Everyone else's fights go canon. Now it's Mei. I'm gonna call her Mei. She has red hair, and she is the sister of Mai. The Kazekage. Not the Kazekage. The Mizukage, I think it is, or the Mist Village. She is actually going to fight against Yeah, she's gonna fight against got his name. Sai. Yes, Sai, that's his name. So she fights against Sai, and she defeats Sai. Moving on. Now it's Haku versus just a random ninja. Haku wins. Moving on. So everyone else fights. Sasuke fights that dude that he did in canon. The dude that the dude, I forgot his name. He fights him. Has a harder time than the canon, but he still moves on. Sakura and Ino knock each other out. And, Gaara does the same thing he did in canon, destroying Lee's legs. Now, when it comes to Neji finna kill Hinata, Naruto didn't really, jump in either. But, the Johnny did jump in, and they stopped Neji from killing Hinata. And Neji's just, talking all this smack and stuff like that. Naruto don't like this because basically they're from the same clan, they're from the same family. So Naruto saying that he's gonna beat the ever-living crap out of Neji. So, the 1-month training comes up. Jiraiya comes to the village to train Naruto. And, Naruto, he just, tells him, 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 he just, tells h But the first Hokage, not first, the third Hokage says he don't know where Naruto is. Said that Naruto left the village, and possibly he changed his name to Menma. He's probably who they call the Black Fox. Jiraiya asks why Naruto left the village. He explains everything that Naruto stated in the scroll. Basically, just felt like he couldn't stay there anymore. Basically, and the QB, when he died, the QB told him to leave, and all of that. Now, Jiraiya goes looking for Menma or Naruto. We're gonna call him Naruto. Now, Naruto unlocked the chakra chains. Right now, he can use up to, I want to say, 8 chakra chains. And his chakra chains are as strong as a full Uzumaki's. So over the 10 months, they basically just trained with each other. Haku, Naruto, Mei, and told the Zabuza to train him and some stuff. Jiraiya just watched them a little bit. So now it's the second part of the Chunin exams. Now it's Naruto versus Neji. Neji goes on to talk about how it's destiny that Menma will lose. That he's stronger. He's the strongest there is. Naruto not even speaking, starts to fight Neji. Neji sees pretty quickly, how strong Naruto is. And so he uses his Byakugan, but he still can't hang with him. Tenten goes on speaking about how strong the Byakugan is. Then Neji starts to use rotation. Tenten goes on speaking how strong the rotation is, that it's impervious. No one can basically break it. Naruto then pulls out a chakra chain, and then it just attacks the barrier. Now while Tenten was saying this, the chakra chain goes right through the barrier and attacks Neji, which Tenten is shocked by, and all of the Hyuga too, and everyone else. Naruto then rushes in, starts to beat up Neji. And then, he kicks Neji dead in the throat, sending him flying to the wall. Neji basically just passes out. They say Menma wins by knockout. Everyone else's fights go, well, simple. Haku and Mei versus each other as they fight. They actually knock each other out. And it's the double knockout. Now it's Sasuke versus Gaara. It goes similar to canon, but Sasuke is a little bit weaker, because he don't have that drive to defeat Naruto. That rivalry, he don't have that. But he does have that hatred still. As Sasuke does get to a point where he draws blood from Gaara, in which Gaara transforms to the half Shikaku state. After that, the crush, the Konoha crush, starts. As feathers start to float down from the sky, and people start to get knocked out. Now, Naruto sees that, this is happening, so what he does is basically makes a whole bunch of shadow clones and tells them to protect, the villagers. Even though he don't like them, he hates them, he tells them to do it. Now, Naruto can already tell that something's going to happen to the Hokage. So he makes a shadow clone. He fills it up with, Biju chakra. Like the 9 tails, 3 tails, the 4 tails, and the 7 tail chakra. And he sends it towards, Hiruzen, the Hokage. So he gets to the barrier before it can come up. Hiruzen says, Menma, what are you doing here? As Naruto says, nah, I can't let you die, old man. After all, our villages are somewhat in a peace treaty. As Hiruzen says, okay, Naruto. As Naruto already know that, he already know who he is, so they just start fighting Orochimaru, and they start beating Orochimaru. Because like I said, this shadow clone is amped by QB chakra. tail beach chakra that Naruto has. So it's all happening. Naruto then, follows Sasuke and Gaara into the forest along with Sakura. Now, Sakura still gets, held up by Gaara, choked out. And in this one, something different happens. Before she could pass out, she saw Sasuke, look at her and then smile and says, good, she needs to die. She's weak anyway. And then she blacks out. That's when Sasuke fights Gaara and ultimately gets defeated pretty easily. He gets knocked out too. As Naruto shows up there, he fights with Gaara. Gaara goes into the full Shikaku state. Naruto says, so, the full Shikaku. I have an idea. As he says, summoning Jutsu. As he summons the 3 tails, not the 9 tails, not the toad, not the 4 tails, not the 7 tails, just the 3 tails. As the 3 tails sees the 1 tails, the 1 tails sees the 3 tails and says, wait, what? And it says 3 tails, he don't really have a problem with the 3 tails, so they just fight. And because he does use water, he take down Shikaku pretty easily. Naruto wakes up Gaara, and Gaara's, falling down. Naruto grabs Gaara, and he tells Gaara that, people do love him, he just gotta look around for it. And he asks Gaara, does he want him to take away, his tail beast so he can sleep, properly. And he tells Gaara it will kill him, but he has a jutsu to bring him back to life. But this will only work, once. As Gaara says, okay. As Naruto extracts the 1 tails from Gaara and puts him inside himself, he also basically does the jutsu to bring Gaara back to life. And, Gaara is back alive. And he thanks Naruto because he can finally sleep. He don't hear Shikaku's voice. And that seal, that was messed up, it's not there anymore. Well, it's still there, the mark. Gaara then sees Tamaru and, Kankuro. They come up to Gaara, they hug him. And Gaara did not notice this, and he actually loved this feeling. He felt warm inside. Now, after a while, with the third Hokage, they fighting Orochimaru, and they actually get to a point where they actually defeat Orochimaru along with the Hokages, with Naruto actually sealing them. He seals both the first Hokage and the second Hokage, which this does make Orochimaru mad. But they defeat Orochimaru, and Orochimaru forces himself to flee. In which they flee, the Konoha Crush actually is diverted because of help from the Mist Village. So all of the people are happy for the Mist Village for helping them and stuff like that. Now, Naruto goes back and all of that. As all the people that's promoted to Chunin, Johnny and stuff like that, they get promoted. Naruto gets promoted to High Chunin along with Shikamaru. He gets promoted. Haku gets promoted to Mid Chunin. So there's May. So they go back to their village. The third Hokage asks Jiraiya to basically go get Tsunade to basically take over, his spot. He does that, and actually he does convince Tsunade to take over his spot. It just takes a lot longer, but she does eventually come around to do it. So she is now the 5th Hokage. Now, during this time, Naruto actually took off the seal for the 9 tails. Actually meeting Minato. And when he does see Minato is shocked to see Naruto, not having yellow hair as he had it when he was a baby. And he, asks Naruto why his hair is black. Naruto says he dyed it. And, Naruto says, no. So, you must be my father, the 4th Hokage. As Minato was shocked that Naruto already knew. Minato asks Naruto how he already knew. He says it was pretty obvious anyway. So, why are you inside the seal? As Kurama says before, he died, he and Kushina put, that chakra inside the seal to basically, beat Naruto when he was ready for this. As Naruto says, I am ready for it. After all, me and the QB are friends. As Minato looks at the QB, he says, really? He says, yeah, I promise. I will not take the kid's body. But I'm tired of being in the seal. As Minato says, fine, you can lease it. But since you are going to lease it, both me and Kushina's chakra is going to dissipate. So Kushina is, basically summoned there too. And they basically get their last talk with their son. They hug him, Naruto cries a little bit, and they disappear. So the Nine Tails is now free. And chakra, Naruto's chakra wasn't really being drained by the seal, but Kurama's was. So Naruto now has 5-tailed beasts. No one else knows he has. And Obito, the Akatsuki are looking for the rest of the tailed beasts, but they see that the Jinchuriki that had them are no longer there. Gaara does not have the 1-tails anymore. They see that. The 3 tails, they don't know what it's at. 4 tails either. The 7 tails and the 9 tails. They know. The only person who actually knew who had the 9 tails was actually Toby. Not Toby. Obito and Itachi. But Itachi still thought that Naruto was in the Mist Village. The Leaf Village, so he does attack the Leaf Village. And they tell him that Naruto left a long time ago, and they don't even know where he is. So, they just leave after that. They wonder where Naruto is. They don't know. No one does. So, the Akatsuki are put on hold for now. But they do still attack the Cloud Village, try to get the 2 tails. They try to get the 5 tails, the 6 tails, and 8 tails. Naruto has the 1 tails, the 3 tails, the 4 tails. Basically the 7 tails, the 9 tails. Yeah, okay. So, they just try to get those, rest of them before they can try to look for the other, tail beasts. So, they attack the 2 tails, like I said, and they actually capture the 2 tails in Jinchuriki, and they extract the 2 tails. But they don't extract it, they just imprison her, because they cannot extract the 2 tails without getting the 1 tails first. And they can't extract any other tail beast without getting the 1 tails first. So they're, placed back a little bit. And this one, I'm actually going to leave this one off. Thanks for watching. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.